Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for attending our webinar here today. Today is April 25th, 2017, and this is the PandaDoc 102 Features and Add-ons Store Overview webinar. My name is James, and I'm the Technical Manager here at PandaDoc. At the end of my presentation, we will have a live Q&A session using GoToMeeting's questions and answer box. So if you do have some questions along the way about these features, please write them down. We can go through those together at the end, okay? So in this webinar, we're going to talk about the Add-ons Store. So what is the PandaDoc Add-ons Store? This is a one-stop location to find out about all the features that we have available across our PandaDoc plans, to give you some more information about them, and even enable them to your account to use them going forward. Why did PandaDoc create the Add-ons Store? Well, we created this because as we grew PandaDoc, we realized we have all these amazing, great features. We wanted a simple and an easy location for you to understand how to use them and how to enable them for your account. Which accounts and which team members have access? All PandaDoc accounts that we have available, and all team members can view the store. However, only the owner of the account can enable the features. Finding the PandaDoc Add-on Store is through our left side navigation through the Add-on Store, which we'll go through and talk about that. We'll go through all the categories and show you some examples and things as well. Also, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop in the FAQ link, and this is what you're seeing here now. And this FAQ link, give it a couple seconds here to get updated. Here we go. And this is a one-stop location on our FAQ as well. This could be the video we have here will be recorded here. We have a great information we'll go through. We talk about every single feature and, of course, how to enable them and all that type of stuff as well. Okay, so go ahead and drop that in and go to meeting chat, so make sure to hang on that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and log into PandaDoc. So as we log into PandaDoc, very first thing we're going to see here is called the dashboard, and in order to access the Add-on Store, it's down here in the lower left hand side. We got this little icon that says Add-on Store. And when you click on that, it gives you a few seconds to load, of course, and then turn is going to give you a list of all the add-ons, and then the enable add-ons, which ones you have currently enabled, then it breaks down by individual category. And this is what I'm going to do here today for you, is go through this, and we'll go through each one of these, okay? So first is the proposal and quotes. And this is a section that really regarding if you want to use basically our catalog in our pricing table information. So the first one we have here is something called our configure price and quote, and this is enabled for all accounts automatically. However, if this is something that you don't want to use, you certainly have the options to enable it. And what this does, of course, is use to use the catalog, and of course to add in catalog items, and of course it enables the option to use the pricing table as well. So if you want to create proposals, quotations, invoices, that type of stuff, you certainly want to have this option enabled. So definitely check this out. Check out these individual FAQ links. Like I said, it's enabled by default. Lots of great options in there if you want to include pricing tables inside of your content of your documents. This next one that we have here is something called cost and margin calculation, and this has to do with our business and enterprise plans. And this basically what this does, this enables a cost and profit margin option that you can set up inside of your pricing tables. Now this information is not shown to your recipients by any way, but if you want to include this for you as the authors of the document to see your cost and profit analysis by percentages, this is a great option to enable. I want to walk you through one time here how to enable here. So I'm going to do is unselect, and I'm going to remove this from my account. But basically what you're going to see here, if the feature is not enabled, is this option just to add to PandaDoc. And all that you need to do is click on add, and then if you want our enterprise plan, you might have multiple workspaces, but most of everybody will have a single account. However, you just want to make sure that your workspace account is selected. And of course, we have this option as well for enable add-on for all future workspaces. Once again, meaning that if you're on our enterprise plan and as you build out your the PandaDoc platform, add in additional workspaces or basically sub-accounts, you have the option to include this all the time. And of course, all we need to do is click add, hit save changes, and now it's been added, and in turn it's going to give you an enabled option right there. Okay, and this last one that we have here as part of proposal and quotes is also the payments option. And as of right now, our payment option is we have an integration with our Stripe.com. So basically what this is that if you're looking for a way in order to accept payments from your individual recipients after they complete the document, you can get this enabled for your account, connect with your Stripe.com, and have a payment option available. Meaning is that once they complete the document, the next thing that's going to pop up is a payment window where they can add their details and credit card information, hit pay, and then in turn, you as the author of the document would be notified that it has been paid, and of course your payment would go to Stripe.com. Right now, we only have credit cards available through the Stripe.com payment, but very, very soon we will also have ACH payments. So that's something coming up here soon, to be on the lookout for that. All right, so that's proposals and quotes. Next, let's go into team management. And team management is all about your individual account. First thing here, of course, is multiple workspaces. This is available as part of our enterprise plan. And once again, this is about having sub-accounts. So, for example, you have different teams or different offices throughout the course of your organization. You could have multiple workspaces set up, and each of those workspaces would have its own documents, templates, content library, catalog, and contacts as well. So this is a really, really great way. Maybe you're not there as of yet. However, as you continue to grow with PandaDoc, definitely take a look at the multiple workspaces option. Excellent, excellent way to help your PandaDoc account be set up and be used across multiple different offices, divisions, and stuff like that. Next, of course, is we also have roles management, and roles management is available as part of our enterprise plan. And basically what this is, this will allow you to create and set up your own custom permission roles for your individual team members. Let's say, for example, you want to give them, type of restrictive access so they cannot see everybody's documents but their own documents, right? That's a good example of a setup of roles management option in order for your PandaDoc accounts to be very specific and specified of how and what type of access your team members want. Once again, available as part of our enterprise plan. And then finally, of course, we also have user management, and user management is basically enabled for all accounts, and this will allow you to add team members and, of course, the ability to change our default member roles from 3 types. So with this, you'll have the ability to invite team members to your account and in turn set them up as a member, manager, or an admin permission, and each one of those permissions have a different type of access. Once again, all enabled by default. However, if maybe you don't want to have the ability to include team members, you can simply disable that if you didn't want to use that as well. All right, so that's team management. Next, let's go into content management. Content management, first we have something here called the content and image libraries, and this has to do with our business and enterprise plans that you can enable for your account. It's automatically enabled automatically if you're on business or enterprise. But what this does, it adds basically 2 features. The content library, which is a really fantastic option in order to save time. And basically what the content library is that, let's say you're out building a template using our editor and you want to save a piece of content like a pricing table or a video that you've added, right? Well, you can add that to the content library and then use that item again and again and again for future templates and future documents. And this is something I really recommend, especially if you have multiple team members inside your account or even sales team members, right? Because you don't necessarily want them to create content. You want them to pick and choose the content to be used for the documents that they're going to be sending out, right? So that's the content library option. And of course, the other piece that goes along with this is the image library option. And what this does, this will allow you to, once you've uploaded image, for example, into our image blocks, is that you could save that image to the library once again to be used again and again and again. So once you upload it, you can save it to the library and then just pull it from the library anytime you ever want to include it as in future documents and future templates. All right. Let's keep going here. Next is our branding and design. Our branding option, of course, this has to do with different types of email logos and pictures and footers that we have. And this has to do with set at the account level, and all plans have this is automatically enabled, right? And basically what this is that you could set up your own image that would show up in your emails that you send out to your recipients and also show up on the web view of your documents. And we also have the ability for your email footer as well, and basically that adds an extra option for you to add your additional information, like brought to you by ABC Company at 123 West Wall Street, right? Some information on that. Once again, it's all about professionalization and putting a good branding on your emails coming out of PandaDoc. The other option that we, of course, we have is available as part of all of our plans and enabled automatically, of course, is our document themes. And our theme option is really has two pieces, things called styles and things called themes. And if you're using our theme option, we have about 7 or 8 different themes that the PandaDoc team has created in the past that you can pick and choose from, or you could build out your own theme by creating your styles, right? And what that does for you, you could change your heading colors if you're using heading blocks, your text colors, your background images, and using custom CSS as well. So if you're looking for some options to do that, or really make it specialized, maybe with you or someone inside of your organization knows how to use custom CSS, that's all available inside of our theme option. All right. Let's keep going down here. Next course is our tracking. And our tracking first is we have something here called Audit Trail. And Audit Trail, once again, is available automatically enabled by default for all of our plans that we have inside of PandaDoc. However, just to let you know that it's here. And basically what the Audit Trail does, this will track your document as it goes through the life cycle. So when you create the document, when you send the document out, when your customer reviews it, when the customer completes it, if you're using our payment option, they'll let you know it's waiting to be paid or it has been paid. All that's part of the Audit Trail. So you always know what's going on with your individual documents. Next, of course, is our document analytics. Once again, automatically enabled for all plans that we have inside of PandaDoc. And this does, of course, is that for each and every recipient that you associate with a document and send out, and then in turn that person opens the document through the web view, it's going to start tracking analytical information about your document, including the number of times viewed, the total time spent, the last time it was viewed, and it was downloaded to the PDF version. If you're using hyperlinks inside of our editor, there will also be trackable the number of times that link has been clicked on, and then it breaks it down by individual pages of information. Depends on the length of your content. You might have between 1 and 10 pages of analytical information, including the time spent, the number of times that individual page was viewed, and the last time it was viewed as well. The analytical information is really a great way so you have an understanding of what's going on with your documents, right? Because sometimes we all want to know how many times did my recipient open? Maybe 1 time or 2 times, right? How much time did they spend on it? All that in turn can certainly help you out to understand to make better documents going forward. All right. So next, let's go into workflow, and we have a whole bunch of different options here. First, of course, is we have an approvals option, and this is also known as the workflow/approval, available as part of our business and enterprise plans that you can enable into your account if you like. And basically what this does is that if you ever been in a situation, everybody, that you send out a document to somebody and you had bad grammar or you had a bad pricing table information, right? Basically what the approval option does is that you can set this up at the template level to choose an approver. And then when that template is used to create a document, before it can be sent out to the recipients, it needs to go through a workflow/approving process by an administrator. So which in turn, that administrator can review the document and they can either approve or reject it and add additional notes back to the creator of the document. Says, hey, you might want to take a look at this, or hey, this document looks great. Go ahead and get it sent out. So once again, if you're looking for a way to have a little bit more control, if you've been in that situation before, approvals is a great way to go. Okay. Next is the auto reminders. Auto reminders available as part of our business and enterprise plans. And basically what this does, you can set up at your template and document level as well, auto reminders that automatically sends them out if that document has been opened by so many days. And then in turn repeats that process every day until the document's been completed or voided. So if you're looking for a way to have reminders sent out automatically, maybe you've been in some situations before where you send out documents and the recipient hasn't followed up with you recently, reminders is a great way to go. So you no longer have to worry about it. It'll just keep on sending those reminders out of the PandaDoc system to let your recipients know they need to open and review or even complete the document. All right. Next is the document access code, and this is a part, once again, it's part of our business and enterprise plans. And what this does is that you can set up a password or a passcode for the document itself before you send it out. And then you have to provide that code to your recipient through a different means. Almost, you could think of this almost like a two-step notification, right? Because you're sending out the notification to the recipient to open the document, but then you have to provide them a password or a passcode in order to access the document, right? So once again, it might be in situations you're dealing with some government recipients of your documents or some type of security level documents, right, where you need to include that extra level of security. Setting up the document access code is the perfect way to go. And what's great is that you can set it up per recipient of your individual documents. All right. Next, let's keep going. Document forwarding. Document forwarding is once again set up in your business and enterprise plans by default and can be used at the template and document level. And basically what this does, this will allow you as the author of the document to enable these features so that any recipient of your documents have the option to forward that document through the PandaDoc system to other email addresses. So once again, maybe you've ever been in a situation before, you're working with an individual client, you get that document sent out to them, and maybe that person cannot sign off on the document one way or the other, right? Well, maybe the document forwarding option is the best way to go. Flip that on, get that document sent out. Now that recipient has the option to forward that document out, and in turn, it's all trackable inside of the PandaDoc system, so you can work with that new recipient directly to making sure they complete and sign the document. All right? Excellent, excellent options. Next, let's go into the document sender selection. This is also available as part of our business and enterprise plan, and basically what this does is if you get this enabled, you have the ability to do the send as from another team member in your account. So maybe, for example, you have an administrator who will be creating the documents, but you want to be sent from a different email address or a different account member, a different team member inside of your account, right? That's what that option is about. And of course, the new person who you assign it to will receive the notifications and all that type of stuff as well. And then finally, as part of a workflow, we also have is expiration. And expiration is once this got enabled, I start using this all the time. And which in turn, especially if you're doing proposals and contracts, right? You don't necessarily want to give the complete world or the end of time for your recipients to complete the documents, but now we do have an expiration option. This is available as part of our business and enterprise, and this will allow you to set up at the account level, template level, and document level that you can set this up into, if your document has not been completed by your recipients, it goes to the expiration process, meaning that it's going to send them an email 1 day prior to the expiration. Once it's expired, it goes to a voided status, which in turn, only you as the author now have the accessibility to review that document, and if you needed it to, you would have to edit it and resend out that document just like a brand new piece of mail, right? So expiration, if you want to have a little bit more control of when the document expires, maybe you're in a specific contract or timeline with that individual recipient, expiration, be sure to check that out and set that up, all right? So that's all the workflow options, so definitely check those out. A lot of great stuff in there. Next, let's go into productivity. So first, as we have is our document auto numbering, and once again, this is part of our business and enterprise plans that we have. And what this does is that this will allow you to set up the account, template, and document level, and auto numbering and a sequence number. So for example, if you have creating yourself a template that's always going to be a quote, like a quote template, and you want that to be lettered like Q-U-O-T-E, then a number, right? You can set this up at the template level, so all documents created from that individual template will have that naming and auto numbering convention, right? Which in turn can certainly help you out, especially, we're going into the second quarter now. So if you want to track out documents that are Q2, 1, Q2, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth, you can do that now with the document auto numbering option. Next, of course, is we have our export to MS Word, and this is still in beta. However, this is something that you're interested in, certainly let us know. And basically what this does is like the options that we have to download to the PDF version, we also have the option download to the MS Word as well. So once again, I'm not going to talk too much about that. As once again, if it's still in beta, however, if you're interested in it, please let us know. Next, of course, is the template embedding. So basically what this is that if you're looking for a way to use one of our PandaDoc templates that you've uploaded, as this is only works with our uploading option, not using our editor as of yet, and you want to embed this inside of your website. So for a really good example of this is creating a really specialized contact form. And we can have that embedded in your website. You send your people to it or send your customers to it. They click on the form, they fill in their first name, last name, email address, and then the PandaDoc document will be displayed, which in turn you could use fields, right, like our signature field or initial field or date fields to have them fill in information, complete that document, and then in turn you as an author would automatically know when a brand new document is being included inside of your PandaDoc account. Many of our clients are using this. The template embed option is an excellent way to go if you're looking for that type of usable for inside of your website. Once again, part of our enterprise plan. All right. So that's our productivity options that we have. So if you have any questions about that, please let us know. Next, let's go through real quickly our integrations. Now, we do have some integrations available inside of our Add-ons Store, but we also have some integrations found in settings as well. And the reasons why we're including them in the Add-ons Store now, so we have a little bit more control who's understanding it, who's using our integrations, plus we'll be able to provide some great details and, of course, our FAQ links and all that as well. So right now, inside of the Add-ons Store, we have 5 integrations that if you're using these, I certainly recommend that you check them out. Every single integration that we have with PandaDoc, everybody, is absolutely fantastic to use. For example, our Close.io, HubSpot, Oracle, and Salesforce, all great ways in order to save time. And basically, I'll break it down with this. Basically, what it does is a couple different things. One is that you can start the document creation of your PandaDoc documents inside of that CRM. It's going to bring over a field information, maybe like address information or phone number information by these things we use in our side of our templates called tokens. And of course, for some of these, you can also bring over like the product or pricing information as well. I know Salesforce and Oracle have that ability to do that, and we have many clients who are using those integrations, and all it does really, it helps them save time, right? So if you're interested of checking out these, please check out our FAQ, please check out our Add-on Store, go through that, spend some time with that, because I guarantee you will help you save time in the long run. All right. And the last option that we have here as part of our Add-on Store is our developer tools, and this has to do with our enterprise plans only, and this is the webhooks integration. And basically what the webhooks is a back-end way to connect multiple different types of systems together. Recently we put in our Zapier program or Zapier integration in beta, so if you're interested of using Zapier, check out our FAQ and just type in the word Zapier and they'll give you some information about how to use it. Works in conjunction with webhooks. However, if you're an API person or maybe have someone inside of your organization, API, webhooks is all great ways in order to use the PandaDoc backend through your own applications and all that type of stuff as well. So this is the time now. I've gone through all the different categories that we have as part of our add-ons. I'm going to open it up now to some live Q&A. So if you do have some additional questions, can you please let me know? All right, I do see one question from Bob. Hey, can you let me know regarding the cost and price and quote? Can you exactly what that does again for me? Yeah, absolutely, Bob. 1 second here. So let me go into proposals and quotes, and this is the configure price quote. So basically, Bob, what this does for us is 2 things, right? Is that catalog option and that pricing table option. So let me give you real quickly here, and let me open up a brand new tab here in my PandaDoc. Excuse me, everybody. Let's go to dashboard here and open up a brand new window. My apologies here, bear with me. Over here on the left hand side, very first thing it's going to do is that catalog options is going to enable this option here on the left hand side called catalog that you build out your own individual catalog items. And of course I'm going to a template real quickly and open up a sample template, and this of course is our pricing table block. So it basically enables those 2 pieces, the catalog and the pricing table. Excellent questions. Thank you, Bob. All right, any other questions that we have about our features or add-on catalog, or add-on, excuse me. All right, so I hope you found this webinar informative and educational. Like I said, be sure to check out our FAQ for the Add-on Store. It goes through everything that we just talked about here today, breaks it down step by step, and if you continue to go forward inside with PandaDoc here, down here in the bottom right-hand side, you'll see this green help button. Please click on that and reach out to us, and we'll do our very best to take care of you, okay? Actually, a quick question. How can you break out the quote for multiple years so it's apparent for what each year's breakout is? We have this set up in the Salesforce. It's not pulling a product book. It's not pulling in all the info. It's nice broken up year by year. Yeah, Greg, that's a very good question, but very detailed questions. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to go through that one here now. However, you can please reach out to our support team, and we can do our very best to help you out with that. Definitely check out for Salesforce. Definitely check out the FAQ. So we go up into our Salesforce here, just do a quick search for it. And the piece that you want to look in there is for the product and pricing information. I believe you're going to find it in step 3 right here. Take a look at this, go through this process, because some of the stuff that we have for this, Greg, is very specific. However, take a look at that, but if you do have additional questions, please let us know. All right? All right, so thank you so much for hopping in and spending some time with me today. Down here, once again, lower right-hand side, green help button. If you do have any additional questions, please let us know. And we hope to see you again in our future webinars here. We thank you so much, as always. And if you do have any additional questions, concerns, let us know, and we'll do our very best to take care of you. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.